America. Thank y'all for rocking out with Big Shaq Diesel, the Diesel podcast. But I got to tell my truth. Shaquille O'Neal to me, man, on camera. He did.
When?
What? Yeah, watch this. Watch this.
I don't
We
remember
rapping.
this.
Here comes Shaq. Here comes Shaq. Watch. He grabbed me. Look, this grabbed me. He grabbed. Now he is humping me. This is humping me. Look, I don't even want to jump. This just grabbed me and was hunching me on national TV. I'm like, what the f is going on, Shaq? I feel this nigga. I ain't never felt more like a in my life. This man grabbed me and was jumping up and down. I'm like, man, let me go, Shaq. What the is you doing, man? And ain't nobody help me or nothing. This just grabbed me. I'm talking about and was jumping. I didn't even want to jump. He was making me jump with him. Look at this man. You know how hard that would have been to explain to the people at urgent care? Oh, you're pretty busted up, man. What happened? Oh, yeah, Shaq put his on my shoulders and I had a heart attack on TV. Man, what is up with you, Shaq? That's f***ed up, man. Why did you do that? You play too much. People talking about why you ain't get Shaq off you. Zadrunas Ilgauskas couldn't get Shaq off him. What the fuck I'm supposed to do?
My bad, big dog.
I ain't know you're bad. You did that on purpose. Look, this before he lost weight. That was real. That was Celtic Shaq that did that to me. Look at that. Look, man, I can't do nothing. I couldn't breathe. This grabbed me and was jumping up and down. I'm like, man, get this. Somebody get this. This is trying to assault me on TV, man. Nobody did nothing. So I just wanted to tell my truth. You can also tell your truth if just know. Don't be ashamed, man. Somebody like that do that to you. You got to let the people know. You got to let people know, man. It's up, man. It's out here. You know how many people he probably did that to in his life just playing? This nigga was playing, come up and grab me from behind. I'm like, bro, will somebody help? Like somebody help, and then nobody helped me. I'm trying to still rap the song so I don't get fired. And this, I want 2.5 million, Shaq. For you lucky I did it on your podcast and you ain't see me sitting next to Gloria Allred crying. That's what I should have did. I should have been, oh my God, it was Shaq. The smell was so horrible. Oh man, this here, man. But I'm happy to be here, though, Shaq. Man, thank you for having me, man.
Happy to be here.
I'm happy to be here, Shaq.
How would you say Shaq's impressions are?
Wow, trash. But Shaq he'll still go for it though. Shaq, do your Bane. Let's do it.
All right, hold on.
Shaq, do your Bane. Watch this. Ready?
Hold on.
Wait, he has to clear his throat, guys.
Hold on.
Go ahead. God damn.
Godfrey, I am the darkness. You want to travel into the darkness? I am the darkness, Godfrey.
Not bad, right?
That sounded like Shaq.
Yeah.
Sounded like Shaq covering his mouth.
That was you, Shaq. I keep trying to teach you. You have to go, we don't come here as liberators, but as conquerors. Shaq, you are terrible when you do Bane. You're the worst.
What other ones do you have?
Shaq, do Trump, man. Come on, do it. Get it. Oh, watch this.
You know.
And Shaq will still think he can do it. This is what's hilarious. Is he's digging in his bag of tricks right now.
You
and
know.
it's all Shaq.
You know.
Wait, Shaq is like, let me get my Trump. Hold up.
You know.
Come on. All right, here we go. Watch this.
You know, we're gonna transport the 500 million. You know,
Not bad, right?
What do you? No. Why?
I can't support that.
Hey, when Shaq grabs your arm, that means he's bombing. Watch out.
You're right. That is 100% right. When
he
Shaq
grabs
reaches
your
out,
arm,
it's
that
help
means he
me.
stinks. Yeah, when he grabs onto you, that means he's go on. Did you say what? Was that your Trump?
Yes. You know, we're gonna. All right. Well, let me hear your Trump.
Shaq, you're so bad. You're so bad at doing voices. You're so terrible. This is a very good podcast, but you are so terrible. I'm so far from that. I can't believe this. You're one of the greatest players I've ever seen in my life.
That's so good.
I love me, Shaq. Shaq's such a big guy. He's a big guy. Let me tell you something,
big guy.
Shaquille. You're so good. You're so amazing. You were so dominant. I'm very embarrassed by the NBA now. They're very bad. And let me tell you something, Shaq. They're very light-skinned. Very light-skinned. I don't know. The NBA is getting too light, Shaq. We got to get them dark again. Black. We got to get them black the way I like it.
The Kobe flinch. Now, we're all bullies, but I'm a smart bully.
Right.
You know who to mess with, you know who to don't mess with. Like, one day, our good friend Jelani, I was trying to bully him, and he fought back. So I knew I couldn't kill him. I knew,
He burned
leave
out.
that alone. Just leave him alone. So when y'all was going back, he wasn't backing out, you was backing out. When you did the flinch and he didn't move, what was your reaction?
He's a cold.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, you guys spent so much time together. Cole, obviously, not only physically skilled and one of the greatest, but he'll mentally do the shit too. So Kobe was someone who will elbow you, grab you. He hit me in my sternum and knocked the wind out of me that game. He went and he was guarding me and tried to double and block Dwight Howard's shot, and the ball came off the rim, and I caught a dunk tip, and he elbowed me all from like here. Refs didn't call nothing. So it just came to a point where I'm like, fuck this. We're about to fight. Plain and simple. And the ball fake thing really wasn't even premeditated. I mean, if you look at it, I faked the ball, and the play was for a backdoor for Vince Carter to get a rip screen to get a layup. So I didn't even realize how close, like, that touched his nose and his eyelashes, and he literally just kept chewing his gum and didn't move. But, the funny part and I've told this before, so this is, after that season, we lost to Boston in 7. They went and played the Lakers in the finals, and the Lakers got that redemption in 2010. So my deal was up. They decided to give JJ more money they initially said. So JJ kind of took mine and some of mine and his money. So I was up. So I was actually going to go to Miami, and this is when I started getting calls from Pat Riley telling me that the big three were kind of forming, that Bron and Bosh were coming, and our closing lineup. He was telling me what the closing lineup would be. I'm like, I'm gonna go from Orlando to Miami. Cool. I get a call out the blue from a number that I don't know, and an LA number, and it happened to be Kobe. I don't know how he got my number. And he's like, "This is Kobe." I'm like, "Yeah, right. Get the fuck out of here. Who's this?" He's like, "Nah, it's really me." And
Really me.
so we started talking, and I congratulated him on the championship, and he asked me what I was gonna do, and I told him, I'm probably gonna go to Miami. And he's just like, anyone crazy enough to play with me is crazy enough or anyone crazy enough to fuck with me is crazy enough to play with me. Do you want to be a Laker? And I grew up, I was at UCLA when Big Fella and them were winning the championships, and I grew up in Northern California, and Showtime was my team. So I'm like, absolutely. And literally 3 days after that phone call, I'm in LA, and I signed a contract. So that kind of us going back and forth. He went and got Ron Artest the year before because Ron had tried to choke him during the playoffs. And then he came and got me the next year because I, almost threw the ball in his face. And he's like, I don't want to fuck with you guys no more. I want you to fuck with me. But funny story about that. Obviously, me and Ron known for our defense. There would be times where Kobe would really try to cuss us out, because we always guarded the best player to save his energy. But there would be times if that person hit one or two, man, get the fuck out, I'm gonna guard him. That. So he'd be arguing with me and Ron on the court who was going to guard the best player. So just his competitive nature and how hard he worked. I mean, I never got a chance to see that before or after. I mean, his dedication to being the absolute best, and you can attest to that. He just always wanted to be the best no matter what, when, how he was going to do it. And I always say he had a ton of God-given ability, but I feel like he paid God back every day for how hard he worked with that ability.
For our DraftKings segment, we are getting ready for NFL Wildcard Weekend. How about this? I'm going to read you the matchups. You tell me which one you'd like to bet on. Okay? All right. First game is Chargers at Texans. Steelers
I'm going with the Texans. I'm going with the Texans, my boy.
Okay. I'm actually going to build this parlay
I'm
on
going with
DraftKings
Big
right
Andre.
now.
What's up, Andre? Texans, baby. Hee-haw.
And that is retired wide receiver Andre Johnson.
That's right. What up, AJ? My boy. I'm going with the Texans on this one.
All right, let me build this, and we're gonna see what the odds are if you get all of these correctly. So Texans money line, they are the underdogs. Okay, next game is let me get out of this. It is Steelers at Ravens. Ravens are 10-point favorites. Who wins the game?
I'm going with my main man, Lamar Jackson.
MVP?
I don't know. I'm not going to be one of these fake fans. I haven't really seen a lot, but I guess if he's in the conversation, I guess he's going to.
The other guy is Josh Allen. That's the other favorite. Broncos at Bills. Bills 8.5-point favorites.
WB, DG.
Acronym Shaq.
Won't be watching that game.
Broncos or Bills? Who do you like?
I'm not watching that game.
All right, we're not putting that in the parlay.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I need a lifeline. Shane, who you got in this game? Yeah, I need a lifeline because I will not be watching that game.
All right, I say just leave it out of the parlay.
Bills. No, I'm going with the Bills.
Okay. All right. Packers at Eagles. I will be at this game.
I'm going with
Birds.
my boy, Jalen Hurts.
Washington at Tampa Bay.
Well, you know I got to go to LSU. My man dominating. My boy dominating.
And then the final game of the weekend on Monday night, Minnesota at the Rams.
Oh. MBWTG.
Hold on. MPW. MB might be watching that game.
Good.
I'm working on it.
Hey, ever since you put that dashiki on, my brother, you stepping up.
I am officially a king of the
you are.
Aquibum. So hold on. Vikings or Rams?
I'm going to go with Rams, LA. Shout out to LA.
So we have built a 6-leg Shaquille O'Neal wild card parlay. Currently at taping, the odds are plus 2384, which means if you bet $100 on this parlay, you would take home nearly $2,500 if you get all 6 right.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that personally.
Okay. Are you going to bet 100 or are you going to bet more? Would you want to know what happens if you bet $1 million and you get all 6 right?
Yeah.
Okay, stand by. If you get this right and you bet $1 million on all 6 games, you would win $24,845,779.79. Shaq is licking his lips, which means he's thinking about it.
I'm going to put up 1,000.
All right. If you bet 1,000,
Hold on. What are you putting up right now?
I was going to do 1,000 would win you about 25,000.
All right, do 1,000. All right, so hold on. If I win, that means I get what, 12,000? All right, 12,500.
If you win, you get $12,422 off of 500.
Actually, just give me 12,000 flat and give 400 to my nephew. Put it in the little piggy bank. Just send me
A little
12.
529 college fund. All right, cool.
Yeah,
Deal.
Yeah. Deal? All right, deal. Hey, football fans, there's only a few short weeks left in the season, and we've got some exciting wild card games to look forward to now. Buffalo, Baltimore, who you got? Get in on the action right now with my partners at DraftKings Sportsbook. They are offering all new customers $200 in bonus bets instantly after betting just $5. Don't let this slip away. Download the DraftKings app now and sign up using code BIGPOD. The crown is yours. Stay in on the action and use your $200 in bonus bets on DraftKings same-game parlays for a shot at an even bigger payout. Combine multiple bets together for the same game. Love the thrill of live betting? DraftKings has got you covered. Bet live, in-progress games right as they happen, making watching the game that much more exciting. If sports betting is not yet available in your state, don't worry. You can still join in on all the fun with DraftKings Daily Fantasy and have the shot to win cash prizes. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. New customers use my promo code BIGPOD and bet just $5 on any wager and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. That's promo code BIGPOD only at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Why you don't mess with women that's your height? Why you keep messing with all the girls I'm tall to? That's up, Shaq.
My
Would you like to
bad.
get your suck standing up? Like, what do you have going on, Slim? All these women out here that's 6 foot and over, and you want to with Glorilla. Like, come on, Slim.
My bad.
Ain't no your bad. You're doing it on purpose, Shaq. You've been famous since I was in the 1st grade. Like, you done had enough success. Leave something for us. You got to, now I finally get in the game and get a little bit of money and get myself up, and I'm still competing with Shaquille O'Neal. You should have been done in 2000. You should have left. You should be on an island somewhere by yourself and away from us that's trying to get it now. You've been famous since was listening to tapes. Ain't no reason for me to still be nigga. You mean to tell me I done lost my bitch to Shazam like it? This Kazam. Are you serious? Like, get the out of here, man. This is unfair, Shaq. Nah, man. Somebody got to say it. Ain't no reason for nobody that graduated high school after you won your 3rd championships to still be competing with you, Slim. Get out the way, Shaq. Get out the way.
If you found out that you were talking to someone that was also talking to Shaq, what would your strategy be?
What would my strategy be? To get him to help both of us. Man, Shaq promotes so much. Everywhere you go, Shaq promoting something. I was in the mall in New Orleans. This was holding up a cell phone with some Japanese letters under it. I'm like, what the is going on? I just get a Japanese promotion in a mall in New Orleans. Shaq, what a woman I with, hey, man, I need a Japanese cell phone. Tell that to get both of us one. I heard this thing about condos. Get both of us one. It's a spot in Miami I went to where we've recorded the podcast. Give me an apartment there. They got a loft down there. If you go anyway, I mean, I don't care. It don't bother me none. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure you take a bath before you come back over here. You can come back, but just make sure you soak a little bit after you leave Shaq house. I can only imagine what he doing over there. Ain't no way in the world you coming straight back over here, getting right in the bed out of Shaq house. Bitch, why you smell like icy hot? What you got going on?
So I see how you got on Wild and Out. You're funny. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing this year. Boston has won. So I figured Milwaukee was going to come out like, okay, we know y'all got the chip, but y'all had it easy.
Yeah, they
be the real
out.
champs. I figured Philly be saying the same thing, right? I watched Portland the other day go 4 for 42 from the 3.
Yeah.
I memorized it.
That's the new game, though.
Nah, that.
That's the new game.
No. My question to you is, has Steph Curry missed a game? That's not a game. 4 for 40.
Well, I got crucified for this question already. Has Steph ruined the game? Because I also was asked this, and I said the person that ruined all of this was Bron. Because I felt like Bron's stance, and it's like Mike. If Mike would have made it okay for y'all to just be like, yeah, I'm leaving this team and I'm going to another. Because I don't like what the owners are saying. If Mike would have did that, there would have been no loyalty because we all, quote unquote, wanted to be like Mike, right? And I felt like, even though Steph was good, I felt like Bron was the guy that did it. Because I feel like when Bron made it okay for people to team up, it stopped making the star player have to come back with something added to their game.
I think you're answering a different question. I agree with what you're saying, but I'm talking about the style of play with everybody shooting.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like, you had everybody would come in the league and have their thing that they do that you can't stop this. But now we got the scouting report on you because you made it to the playoffs. So this year we going to take away this and we wait on you to come back and have this. So you had Bron go up to Detroit and go through all that, right? And the man went to Miami instead of come back and defend it up. So it was like, now everybody thinking it's cool. Y'all could team up, la, la, la. So now you create the 3-headed snake out of Steph Curry now. Once they beat us, the 2-pointer was gone.
Gone.
Like, if you really break it down, and I know my teammates finna hate me for this, it's our fault. Like, granted, Kyrie halved his knee. You know what I'm saying? My shoulder was messed up. We had a bunch of injuries, but if we don't lose that first championship, who's shooting threes? Because y'all have all been telling them, look, this was the formula y'all wanted. Y'all said shoot it from half court. Steph did all that. He still lost. And then we continue to watch Bron at the end of the game say hand.
Right.
And then you go to the block at the end of the game where you play that 15 feet step. You know what I'm saying? Tim Duncan, all that.
And that's why it's important to always talk to guys that play the different perspective. I would have never answered it like that or thought about it like that, but that's a true answer.
Real talk, because I'm like, bro, nobody ever thought it was okay to shoot threes first to lead off. No. They like, bro, if you come out and people forget. Like, I'll never forget this. This is the funniest in the world. So in the game, I can't remember what game it was. We were in the championship. I shot from the corner and it hit side of the glass, right? And the reason it hit side, I remember it all at once. I think somebody was getting ready to contest. I took my eye off it. I can't remember exactly what happened, but I just remember glitching for a second, and I still shot the ball anyway, but I looked at something else. So I hit the side of the glass. Very common if you're a basketball player. You like, oh, he tweet, haha, next play. I remember everybody going crazy, like, bro, how you hit the side of the rim? Like, you hit the side of the glass like you trash. And I just remember thinking in my head, like, bro, it's crazy. I don't think any of the Steph Curry fans ever seen Steph Curry play. I remember guarding Steph Curry and Steph Curry shooting the ball straight. I remember he was at the top of the key. The man shot that to hit Jerry West. I say he hit Jerry and nobody said nothing. You hear what I'm saying? I done seen my man give it all air. You feel me? Close the door, Steph. I done seen that. Nobody bothered him. He shot the next shot. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, that's the difference. Like, you just forget. Like, you'll forget Mike missed a bunch of shots. Nigga, you just won't remember the last shot. Like, so it's like, I just feel like Steph was giving, he was giving Mark Jackson, who was just like, I get it. They don't get it, but I understand it. If you shoot this every game, you shoot 5 of these every game, they no longer seem as difficult. So he just let him get into it, and Draymond Green was a madman, Joe. The man pushing the ball. People say whatever they want, like, man, the man ain't skilled. He ain't. I'm like, bro, you find me another 6'6", 6'7", big that could guard all the positions that's going to grab it off the rim, run it that hard, and throw that precise a pass. I'm like, y'all forget about it. Y'all mad the man an all-star. I'm like, bro, y'all can say whatever y'all want. It ain't a lot of people
got 4 rings the right way.
You see what I'm saying?
How did your father respond when you said, Dad, I want to be a comedian?
Yo.
In the
in
Nigerian
college-
voice. In the Nigerian daddy voice.
All right, hold on.
He definitely lost it.
Can you please do a Nigerian voice first? You do what my father would have said. Come on, Shaq. Let's go.
All ready?
Watch this. Watch Shaq dig in his bag. Hold on, let's wait.
Nigerian Shaq,
Yeah, ready?
everybody.
I can't
Here we go.
believe I came over here from this country to better the life for the family, and you are not doing what I want you to do. You do not represent the Nigerian culture. We have Akeem Olajuwon, we have the Kimbe Mitimbo, and you want to be a comedian. Godfrey Unusu Tuntuntu from Puto. What the are you doing? Not bad. Not bad. Give me
That
some.
was very Shacky African.
I don't think either of those people were Nigerian.
No, that was not good. No, terrible.
It was better than most of your other Shaq impressions.
All right,
Okay, that's good.
Thank
I
you.
like Shaq African.
Thank you. Thank you.
Shaq, that's good.
No, but
Okay. Well, when I told my dad, my dad was an educator for a long time in Chicago, and I was a pre-med psych major. I went to Illinois, by the way. I know you went to LSU, but Illinois. And I told him, because I had seen Tommy Davidson had come to my college and did stand-up, and I was like thinking about doing it. He really inspired me to do it because he hung out with us on campus. And I said, I think I'm going to do stand-up. And then when I got back to Chicago, I was like, yeah, I had to tell my father, because I was doing comedy for a few months before I told him. And I said, yeah, Dad, I think I want to do the comedy thing. And my father's like, wait a minute. What are you talking about? Well, you don't want to, you have to go to medical school. You said you want to do psychiatry. What are you talking, for what? You're wasting our money to do jokes. Yeah, that's my dad. But he eventually, everybody was cool with it once I started making some money, and then they see you on TV shows. So my father was like, "Oh, I'm so happy you did this. Everybody is calling me. They call me, say, we see your son on TV. We see him on TV." So I'm very proud. Very proud.
I'm very proud. Very proud.
Oh, wait, did you just repeat me?
Yes, I
he
did.
Wait.
The way Godfrey
Yes,
said, for what,
Yes.
I feel like is the universal Nigerian parent phrase.
Yeah, for
what?
what? I beg, for what? I beg.
But what he said
What are you-
there, like, I know because I'm on TV, my wife's family is very proud because they get called. Like the fact that,
Right.
like, when a Nigerian parents get phone calls, you could do whatever you want because that matters so much.
Oh yeah. They say everyone's just calling me, calling. And
My
they're
phone
very
is ringing
proud.
off the hook.
Everyone just calling and calling. Yeah, I'm getting it.
Okay. Hey.
Yeah. Thank you. Everyone just calling and calling.
That was
And
good.
calling. Hey.
Godfrey,
I
is
always
there?
like to see Shaq's insecurities when he and Shaq is not an insecure dude. That but when it comes to voices, he'd be like, "How was that? Is that good?"
Oh, so hold on. Why is he so scared of Russell Westbrook? Like, you see his face.
No, I think the way Russ.
Watch
Hey,
this,
bro,
America.
he didn't know what was happening.
Dude, you know what though? Of like scariest dudes to run
bro.
at you
Hey.
full force, Russell Westbrook.
Hey, bro,
is up there.
you gotta give yourself some peace. You know what I mean? You gotta make space for some peace when a dude coming at you like. Can you imagine Russ charging at you? Bro, you better
That's
get
like
you
a
some
very
space.
LA thing where you're like, hey, Hemi, like, I don't know if he's serious or not.
Whoever the cameraman on that, you get the joke.
Oh, no, they did a great job.
Rudy was like,
he thought he was about to get mopped up, socked out.
oh, man.
One last thing about that is Mazzulla came out and was like, I wish there was more fighting in the NBA. And Joe Mazzulla is turning into one of my favorite coaches. Like, he's
incredible.
in. I love anyone that takes their job that serious. And I don't think we're really like, we've had like Isaiah Stewart when he was running at LeBron. And we're in this conversation we're happening right now. I wish there was more dunks than threes. It's all us going back to a time of the NBA of things that aren't allowed anymore. And fighting is definitely one of it.
And
fighting ain't cool. This is a gentleman's game.
Okay, you got to outshoot people and outplay somebody, but if I'm going against a team that has dudes that's going to foul you hard, I want to beat them too. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming up, the Knicks, they was going to touch you up. A lot of teams was going to touch you up. That's just how it was. Now, you flagrant one and flagrant one. Like a lot of these flagrants don't even be flagrants. And I hate, if you get hit in the head, it's flagrant too. You know how many times I got hit in the head? And they didn't even call it? So I just think as a fan, I know a lot of fans, this is what viewership is down. Get tired of looking at the same thing. For example, you know what podcasts are taking over the world? Because everybody's doing something different. Draymond and Barron is doing way different than we're doing. Stack 5 and Matt Barnes doing way like it's just different and it's entertaining. And that's why you got these guys doing these big podcast deals. Nobody's watching ESPN and all that anymore. And people need to wake up. Like a lot of people, when you're successful, you do something, but you can't change the essence of what made you successful.
Yeah. I mean, we just need storylines, bro. It's the storylines. Like, I feel what Mazzulla is saying. It's like, dudes shouldn't be, like, you should be mad somebody scoring 55, 63, especially in this time of era, and anybody can hit you for 40, right? Back in the day, like, somebody hitting you for 40, they a score. You know what I mean? And if somebody, like, who's not a scorer, if George Lynch is killing, and he got 24 about to go for a career high, man, somebody is going to try to hurt him. Not hurt him, but hard foul him to knock him off his rhythm. And I think that's what it is. It's like, that's why Boston had an easy road, Shaq, because they willing to fight.
Yeah.
They willing to squad.
I agree.
They coach and they team and their mentality, they willing to fight.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the threes, the thing, man, they gonna fight. They are willing to fight. That's what make Golden State, right, so good. Because guess what? They willing to fight. And Draymond gonna stand in front of that, but Clay ain't no punk. Steph ain't no punk. David West ain't no punk. You know what I mean? Sean Livingston. All these dudes is like, they willing, y'all want to fight? We can fight too after the game. Right? And that's the mentality. You gotta hate somebody. you gotta hate somebody. I know they your boys, but you gotta hate them. Like, like back in the day, Kobe and McGrady go at it, or Vince and McGrady go at it. They cousins, but you still, man. Look, I'm not. You know what I mean? It's cracking, and it don't be like that.
And not only that, you gotta hate to lose. Like I'm probably the biggest name superstar that got swept a lot of times. But if you don't think I used to tear my house up and be at to my family and just to everybody because I was upset, that's why I just always kept coming back. Like some of these dudes don't get mad.
Yeah, I think this generation got a chance though, because if they already talk shit, they got social media, they got their own outlets. I just think like, don't be afraid to take it there. You know what I mean? Like we want to see the entertainment. We want to be locked in on the games and be like, ooh, you know what I mean? It's beef, it's cracking. You know what I mean? Maybe they need to take a page out of how all the boxers been doing it on social media. But it's so much talent that every night, we should be watching to see it. Like these names, these dudes it should be matchups. But it's hard for that when everybody's switching. Anybody can, you know what I mean? Like some of these coaches got to switch it up. And I think the coach that do start thinking about switching it up because talent is equal down there.
Kenny Smith made a great point one time, and he said it, and it hit me on the way home in the car. Just because you make a lot of money don't mean you're nice like that. The way we set up the business, Magic left it to Mike. Mike left it to me. I left it to Cole, D-Wade, LeBron, and it's generated this now. Making this don't mean you're nice. However, if you are making this, you shouldn't be satisfied. Like, if I'm Luka, Luka's still young. He getting that 80, what's going to come after that? I want to be the first $160 million a year player. Like, this is the guy should be thinking about. Like, some of these guys getting these big contracts and they're laying it down when there's more. And that's why the game is suffering, I think. So what's tougher, acting or stand-up?
Stand-up. Stand-up. Because it's sink or swim. Like, if you ain't funny, people pay money. You better be funny. They come in there with expectations. They ain't trying to hear you, working through. Nah, nigga, I paid that money. You make me laugh, boy. Dance, boy, dance. And you gotta, and I love it because, you can go too far. It's like sometimes you take a joke too far and they're like, oh. But when I hit them with a ooh, I like to drill a little more. Now I know you're listening, so let me go a little deeper. Let me really touch a nerve to get you back to laughter. Because you got to tell this audience nowadays, I'm doing my jokes, and either you're going to get them or you're not. If so, you can walk out, but that's not going to stop me from saying what I'm saying. So, I've learned, don't care. Audience is a wave, and I'm a surfer. So the bigger the wave, the better. Can I curse? Oh, I've been cursing.
Yes, you can curse.
Okay, bet.
Yes.
Go ahead, Adam.
Not like that. Yes.
Now, okay, I might just talk in that voice the rest of the time.
Please don't.
So the first time my wife met Shaq, she won him over because she told him that she went to LaGuardia High School.
Oh, LAG, gang, gang.
And that literally when I told her that you were going to be on the show, she said LAG, gang, gang.
Yes. What year?
2004 or 2005, one of those two.
I was there in like 86 through 90, me and Omar Epps, running the halls of LAG, humping people's feet.
And I know that Shaq, you kind of wanted to be in the movie Fame and have that experience.
I did.
You wanted to be Leroy, your big ass?
I did. I promise you. You know what's crazy?
Are you serious?
This is why I'm a great athlete. Because I used to do I used to watch Fame and put it on VHS and go do all the
You
moves
wanted to be Leroy?
Hey.
Your big ass is so leotard. You need to do that as a sketch. If Shaq was Leroy. Oh my God, you would have had a good time.
I would have,
because you have a great personality. You would have a lot of fun because all we did, we laughed most of the time. Best school ever because we rarely went to the English, math, social study. All we cared about getting 90s and acting.
Omar Epps is one of my favorite people in the world.
I'm gonna tell him.
That's crazy. I only met him twice.
Because if he was gonna punch me in my chest, he would be one of the people that helped jump in and get his.
I'm not gonna beat you up.
You met him twice.
Yeah, I met him twice. My favorite people, You, your family, of course, Omar, Makai.
Yeah, Makai's a good dude.
And Columbus Short.
I love that crazy.
Like
It depends on which Columbus we talking about. I love them all, but he crazy. I be hitting him up like, hey man, you can't say that. I know, big bro. I know. Hey, you can't drink that. I know, big bro. I know, big bro. But I'm proud of him for taking accountability for when he has gone too far, and I've seen him make apologies, and I see him growing up. Now he's doing stand-up. I told him stand-up is going to teach you how to be appropriate. Yeah, he's been doing the stand-up, so that's going to teach you, hey, here you got to work within these parameters. But yeah, I love Columbus. He has a podcast too. I'm supposed to do it, but I was like, I'm going to do Shaq's first.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, Short, I ain't got that much to talk about, and I'd rather talk to the legend. No doubt that you ain't. You want some other legendary.
I even think back to when you guys played, the rivalries felt heated. Like I mentioned Jeff Van Gundy.
Talk to me.
You can stop. But Heat Knicks.
Right.
Crazy. You guys wouldn't talk to each other.
Right.
And I understand why everyone's friends now.
Right.
Because we've nationalized youth basketball, where the really best players know each other from junior high and high school and all of that.
Right.
But is that also something that you guys are both like, can we get back to strongly disliking or holding rivalries?
Yeah, well, I remember in the playoffs when, Scotty and Michael wouldn't even shake my hand in the jump ball.
Refused.
They refused. They looked at me.
You went in for it.
And I went in and they walked away from it. So now as everybody's hugging, kumbaya, hey man, good to see you, and all that. No, we ain't do nothing. It was a fist bump, keep it moving.
See, what's interesting is
talk after the game.
You guys get called like old heads or haters for that, but fans feel the same way.
Yeah.
We want to see that because that's why we fell in love with the NBA.
Yeah.
And so the only people that don't want it are the players.
80s, 90s basketball, and I continue to get feedback from folks. They miss it. They miss the physicality of the game. They miss the Knicks Heat rivalries. They miss the Chicago Indiana series. They miss those type of rivalries, the intensity level of those games. They miss it. They miss our matchup. Going at each other. So
I have a witness. My cousin Kenny was in the elevator on draft day in Portland. I go in the elevator. See that same damn look he got? He looking at me. I'm looking at him. All we hear is ding, ding, ding. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you don't want to mess with me? I don't want to mess with you either. And that's how we played.
So I know for you, you're like, we're rivals. Were you like that too, where you could?
Straight up. We were rivals. He was one, I was two. It was this every time we played against each other.
Both first team all rookie, both 20 and 10.
And I don't know if white people have that I don't like you face, but black people, we know when we don't like each other. Like he looking at me and like he sized me up like, you ain't that big, and I'm looking at him like, oh, you don't look that thick. I think it was just crazy.
Yeah,